So the following conversation might piss a lot of you off. A lot of you people, I'm pretty sure, are not going to agree with us or any of the conclusions that we come up with. I just want everyone to keep in mind that this is our opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. You guys are free to not agree with me, cuss me out in the comments. I don't give a shit. I'll be right there with you cussing you back out because I'm a nice guy like that. But please, enjoy the video. And I'm joined here tonight by my wife, Miss LG Keltner, and she has a Facebook and a webpage. What's your webpage address?
lgkeltner.blogspot.com.
And she has just released 2 books. One is free, and the other one it costs $5.
Well, $5 for the physical copy, $1.99 for the ebook.
So we're gonna talk about Twitch girls, the ones that like to show a little bit too much skin on their stream and stuff like that.
Well, according to some people, they show too much skin. It depends on the girl you're talking about and your definition of too much skin.
Exactly, and I think that's an important thing to think about here is because this comes down to a personal definition. What does one consider too much skin? I mean, we just saw a news report about how girls at some school or whatever were sent home because their collarbones were showing.
Most people aren't going to get a raging boner from a little bit of collarbone.
Exactly. But we're more specifically talking about women that show a bit too much cleavage, maybe wear short shorts and things like that, while they are doing their gameplay.
And some girls, from what I've read, have been accused of angling their cameras to maximize said cleavage. I just find it amusing that people are criticizing Twitch girls of showing too much skin, whereas while they're all playing video games involving female characters that are wearing far, far less.
That's an important point to bring up because most of the characters that are females in video games, or at least a good portion of them, do show quite a bit of skin, like the said Twitch streamers.
I always wondered how those characters can run around doing all this crazy stuff without the clothes falling off. Personally, I don't care if a character on a video game is showing too much skin. I just like pointing out hypocrisy when I see it.
So we're going to start off talking about niche culture in general. We see this a lot in music and in gaming, where it's kind of that mentality of, this is mine, this is what I like, and everyone else who acts like they like it are just posers.
Oh yeah, and it especially gets bad in music when a band that they like that's kind of off the beaten track and they like it, and then they become mainstream and popular, and all of a sudden that band's a sellout because all of a sudden they're popular with everybody and we want this thing to ourselves, and how dare you.
Video games have moved into mainstream. I think the numbers were around 70 million or so for a League of Legends tournament this year, which was double the numbers of the NBA finals.
NBA, okay.
Yes, on ABC. So we're seeing where gameplay is becoming this mainstream, or it's becoming part of mainstream culture. But now that we're seeing this growth in gaming, we see a lot of rejection of the little sisters and the jocks getting involved.
A good number of the gamers have been, the outcasts, and they were always rejected, and maybe some of them relish the idea of rejecting the other people right back. Like, you don't belong here. How dare you try to take over this thing that's been mine?
We've seen it before with Metallica becoming famous or something like that. I mean, it's the exact same reaction.
And, there was the recent controversy. I don't know if you call it controversy, I don't know, but cosplayers, girls at Comic-Con, wearing revealing outfits, cosplay, and people were accusing them of being fake geek girls trying to seduce guys or trying to fit in with these geeky guys and not actually caring.
None of these things, the Twitch gamer girls, the fake gamer girls at Comic-Con, cosplay girls, things like that. I don't think that actually affects gaming culture as a whole. What's really affecting gaming culture right now is us. Right now, us as the gamers are the ones that are saying it's our own and you're not allowed, but really we want to see this media that we love so much evolve into something that is bigger than what it has been over the last couple of decades. And it is evolving, and I think that's a good thing, and that's something that we should be happy about, not push back against. And I think that's really the biggest thing I want people to take away from this whole entire conversation, is that all these things are leading to us getting better games. It's gonna happen. It has happened. The last decade or so, while a lot of people may disagree with me on this, has been amazing for gaming. We're still growing. And we're gonna get there to where game sales destroy every movie out there instead of just most. This part, I'm going to have her do a lot more talking than me, because I don't know much on the feminist movement or what effect this will actually have on women. So let's start off by asking, what is the effect that you think this will actually have on the feminist movement itself?
Well, the feminist movement is such a tricky thing to even pin down. You have people that make everybody mad, calling into question whether everything is sexist. And then, it can get a bit tricky. You can take feminism in two ways when it comes to exposing your body. There's the people that say, it's your body, show it how you like, be proud of it, it's okay. And then there's the other part that says, if you show your body, you're sexualizing yourself and denigrating your self-worth, and how dare you. But I'm more of if you want to flaunt it, go ahead. Don't really care, as long as you're not doing anything patently illegal, or, if you're gonna be on Twitch and suddenly pull off all your clothes, well then yeah, you're violating some terms of service or whatever, you're violating their community rules, you're gonna get yourself kicked off, and that's fine, that's fair, don't be an asshole about it.
What is the effect that you think this has on an average woman? On a woman like yourself? Do you think it has any effect, or do you think it,
I don't think it affects me at all. I've heard the argument that women doing this kind of opens women up in general to abuse on Twitch and on the internet in general. If a girl takes off her clothes, show us your boobs, or you're a whore, or all this stuff, and then girls that don't do that, guys are like, show us your boobs. But this didn't start with the internet, Stuff like that's been going on forever.
It internalizes the fact that, well, if she's going to show some skin to get some money, then she should be ready for the ridicule that's going to come along with it. So what do you think, if there will be any, the lasting effects of this Twitch girl movement will be?
Well, it's probably more of a part to a bigger whole. We see that stuff like this all the time. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. It started an interesting debate. It might eventually lead to female gamers being more accepted in the mainstream. Maybe not.
Do you think it has the possibility of leading to less acceptance of female streamers or gamers?
That's possible too. The conversation could go either way, and I've seen heated debates on Twitter and places like that about this. It's interesting how impassioned people become on the topic. People have this idea that if you're going to be gaming on, if you're going to be streaming and gaming, that you should only be focused on gaming, but the truth is, anybody can get on there and game to an extent. Whether you're good or bad is beside the point. You can be very skilled, or you could have some other gimmick going on. You could be funny, or you could be going for any number of angles. Sexuality is just one possible angle you can use. There's so many streams out there, so many people. You kind of either have to have super mad skills or a gimmick.
Exactly.
And that's why gimmicks aren't always a bad thing. Gimmicks is what helps get the views, and I think that's what a lot of people are missing in this subject, is that these people want those views. And not all of them just for money, just for the recognition of what they're trying to input into the game industry.
When you're one of thousands upon thousands of people, you need that hook to draw people in. Like, please at least notice me. If you let jealousy get the best of you, you can waste a lot of time and anger and miss the fundamental point that maybe you just need to concentrate on doing your own thing and trying to make it the best you can. Because the more you rant and rave about something, the more time you take away from honing your own craft or figuring out which direction you want to go into. Jealousy really doesn't get you anywhere.